Hey, welcome back to another episode of Famous Rapper Convoz. I am David Prorock, your host. I'm here with a very special guest, dokTrin. dokTrin, I met through Prophet X, my rap coach, dokTrin, and Prophet. How do you know each other?
I actually was one of his worship leaders, and I was a potential artist for his label. It didn't bank the right way, so it wasn't God's will. But I served at his church, was an active member of his church for about a year, good solid year.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So dokTrin, how do you introduce yourself? You want to say hi to the people?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is Christian Black, otherwise known as dokTrin. Doing my thing, doing God's thing. I've been doing music since I was in high school, and surrendered my life over to the Lord and do music strictly for the Lord since I was about 26. So yeah, I've been getting it in ever since then for the kingdom, man. So yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm excited to learn more about your experience and what you've got going on. And so the first question that I always ask artists on this show is, in about 3 minutes, what I want you to do is think back to like how you first got introduced to music, and then kind of touch on some of the major events that happened throughout your life, which you kind of did right there, but like in a 3-minute artist story. Like what is your like the story of you as an artist, of how you first got into music to where you are today?
Well, not to brag, but both my parents are accomplished musicians. My dad's a world-class trombonist. My mother was a superior rated trumpet and French horn player. So they were two band nerds in love. So music runs in my blood. Um, I was actually a singer before I was a rapper. My mom says that I was singing at perfect pitch at age 3, and that I already had a sense of rhythm and concepts of rhythms between 2 and 4 years old. So I've been doing, music ever since I could barely walk. So fast forward, I started getting involved with hip hop in 2nd grade. Um, and if you do you remember that song "Walk This Way," Aerosmith with Run DMC? Okay, so that
Mm-hmm.
I was in Germany, all right, and Yo MTV Raps came up on the TV in the canteen, which is like the military speak for a cafe. And so I look up there, and that video is playing. And ever since then, I've been deeply in love with hip hop long before Eminem, long before House of Pain. I was in love with hip hop before it even became trendy for white boys to love hip hop. So pretty deep in it,
Nice.
man. Love the culture, not just the music, love the culture, um, the values, the principles of hip hop. Um, so then fast forward, I'm doing okay on time.
Yeah, you got
Okay,
like 2 minutes left, maybe a minute and a
okay.
half.
So fast forward to I was a group home kid in my life 3 times. So fast forward to junior high age, I was out on the East Coast, and that's when I started writing, you know, writing rap lyrics. So, and of course I sucked, but I kept going at it because I loved it, and so you do what you love, and so you get better and better at it if that's what your passion is, you know what I mean? So, oh wait, hold up. I just did something. I have a touch screen on my, there we go.
Hmm.
I have a touch screen. So you do what you love, right? So the first song that I actually published, believe it or not, was a gospel song called Thy Word. And it was based off scripture in Psalm 119. And I still remember how it goes. And but after that, I was an underground artist in Phoenix, a well-known one, from age I want to say like 22 to like 25 when I left town and had to go help my family. And I ended up in a program called Master's Commission, which is like a on the job, seminary school that is sponsored and was developed by the Assembly of God Church.
Hmm.
And so from there on, I dedicated all my talents, all my abilities to the Lord, to God. So it's before that, it was like kind of a selfish thing, and it was like, how famous can I get? How rich can I get? How much popularity? How much respect can I get doing this? And so now it's like, how much impact on people's lives can I make? How many people can I compel to, walk, towards the altar and say the sinner's prayer and, and meet Jesus that night. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like that's the ultimate, new goals, eternal, trying to store those treasures in heaven, and fast forward again, I probably got what, 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so fast forward to now, and I kind of gave up on rap for a while, but then God told me, I really shouldn't be doing that. Like He gave me that ability for a reason, and so I can sing, I can rap, I do slam poetry, and yeah, that's what's going on, man. And tomorrow, I have to preach at a basketball outreach for my church. So
Hmm.
yeah.
Cool. Sounds
Ongoing
great.
ever since then, nonstop.
Yeah. Awesome. So you've been into hip hop for a while, like
Oh,
Run
my
DMC,
life.
Walk This Way.
Yeah.
I don't like what year was that?
Oh, bro. You're talking about like 85, 86, something like that.
85. Nice.
I'm a little
And then you
older.
mentioned, check this out. You mentioned Yo MTV Raps. You ever
Yes,
seen one of
sir.
these before?
That
You
looks like
ever, you know who
EPMD to me before you even flipped it
EPMD?
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
used to
know
collect
them?
those cards. Yeah, you're talking to
Nice.
a real hip hop head, my friend. Yeah, I knew
Nice,
what that
nice.
was.
I have a whole box of the cards. I
I think
bought them
they're
on
worth
eBay.
something.
They were pretty cheap, but
Huh.
maybe one day. I'm saving some. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
they're
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it was pretty fun. I gave some packs to my nephew who's like
Yeah,
5, and then he had never heard of any of the artists, obviously, but he had a lot of fun opening the packs and then um, kind of discovering some of the hip hop people from it.
right. Like a history lesson.
You're lagging a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you were
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good now. Um,
Okay.
cool. So, dokTrin, that brings me to my next question, which is, if you were to think ahead like 12 months from now, in terms of your music career, like what are the kinds of things that you're focusing on for 2021? And where do you hope to be like a year from now? Um, and what do you plan on doing to get there?
Oh, well, that's an easy question. So in spring, my debut album drops.
Oh,
It's the Indoctrination album. I dropped the EP last year. We can talk about that if you want to talk about that a little bit, because I guess you listened to it.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to that. But yeah, I've been dropping singles ever since the EP consistently, just keeping people, tuned in. And I'm still learning how to promote myself because I'm not really. First of all, it's kind of uncomfortable, and second of all, I don't really know how to do it that well. I just create. I'm a creator, so I probably need to like hire somebody to promote me or something. I don't know, or do
Mm.
podcasts like this. So yeah, okay. 1 year plan. Release that album. There's possibly a major event that I'm going to get in on that is being planned in Houston. Shout out to my man Bright out in Georgia. He has some major connections. That's a possibility. Uh, I was going to do Derek Miner's Beatsmas season 2 this year, but I
Mm.
ran out of time to get it in. because I wanted to make a real good song. I didn't want to just rush something and put something sloppy in front of him. So, but I have the beat, so a song is going to come out with that beat, and it's going to be dope. Um, let's see, the year plan. So a mixtape will be dropping. It's going to be called Summer School. So obviously that's going to drop sometime in the summer or early fall. Um, I'm planning on. I want to start opening for major acts within the year. I do more than rap though. Like I preach. I like to find kids to mentor and disciple. Like I have this hashtag more than music. I've been using that for a minute, and when you see the music video, you're gonna see that I'm wearing a hoodie that says more than music, because for
Mhm.
me, you can't worship the music. The music can become an idol. So for me, it's more than music. It's life. It's ministry. It's a passion with a purpose. Just not passion for passion's sake. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So, but yeah, pretty much the 12-month plan. I recently stumbled upon an awesome opportunity here in basically downtown Phoenix. I'm going to be joining a multimedia project that has gotten a grant from the city.
Mm.
So that means I'm going to be either doing a podcast interview or helping write and direct a podcast. It's going to be a really good source for music videos for me. This music video that we just released 2 days ago, there's going to be a lot of music videos this year with my music. So my visibility is about to go way up. And then once you get that visibility, what are you going to do with it? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's
Cool.
kind of, yeah. I mean, there's God has opened some big doors, and now I just need to be worthy enough to step through them. So I'm
Cool.
prepared mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Because when you start blowing up and people, what I mean, then your head can blow up. So you got to stay humble, got to keep your head down, and just grind, baby, grind, grind, grind. So
Totally. Cool. So, you said that you have an album coming out, and you also want to do a mixtape, live events, and music videos and podcasts.
yeah.
For the album, and I guess kind of also the mixtape, are these songs that you've already created, or are you planning on creating the songs this year?
Oh yeah. No, there's 8 songs deep into this album. It's a concept album. So it's we're talking about doctrine, we're talking about the gospel, we're talking about the doctrine of the Christian faith. So we're basically defining the whole purpose of why I do what I do and who I am.
Hmm.
So it'll be talking about, Jesus. It'll be talking about the gospel, the message. It talks about my testimony. It tells some of my story, his story, God's purpose. It's a beautiful blend of that. And it's Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. There's 3 sections. And so each section is a theme. And so there's 5 songs for Father, 5 songs for Son, and 5 songs for Holy Spirit. And I'm trying to make a classic. I want every single one of those songs to be rewindable, where people want to keep it on repeat, you know.
Hmm.
So I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing anything out. I got a lot of surprises coming as far as featured artists. The Christian hip hop community here in Arizona is pretty strong, and so I've been having meetings with brothers and sisters and putting together collaborative efforts that are going to make it on the album. So, yeah.
Then for the mixtape, do you have a plan for that specifically? For me, I released an EP and then a mixtape and then an album because like the mixtape
Okay.
was kind of like practice for the album in a sense.
Yeah.
But do you have a reason for doing the album first and then the mixtape?
Well, I mean, how do you say this without? I have a lot of recording experience, and if I have time and opportunity and money, I can crank out 2 or 3, finished good songs a week. So, and praise God, I have a job now, in the behavioral health field, that I only work like 15, 16 days a month. And then
Mm.
the other half of the month is mine, to do whatever I want with. And guess what I'm doing with it? Serving the Lord, recording music. and doing ministry, and that's what I'm doing. I
Nice.
got a meeting with another artist tomorrow, so
Yeah,
God
that's
opens
awesome.
doors, but what do you do with those doors? Are you responsible? Are you a good steward of the friendships and blessings he gives you? You know what I mean? Or do you take them for granted and start thinking it was you, you know?
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I understand your creative process, but for me, I can just spit out songs and then I can just like weed through them and go, okay, that's going on the mixtape, that's going on the album, that's a
Mm,
I mean, I just
I
the
see. So the
creative.
mixtape is kind of more of like the leftover songs. So you're planning on making like
Yeah, you could.
more than 15 songs, then 15 are going on the album. Mixtape might have some leftover songs.
Uh, you could say that. The mixtape is going to be kind of a sonic journey. It's going to be the kind of thing where I'm just going to find stuff that I think is slamming, that's slapping real good as far as beats go. And I'm just going to have fun with it. Just stretch my creative legs, get as many artists as I can on it. I'd really prefer national. I will use a lot of local, but I really would like to grab a lot of national artists and put it on there,
Mhm.
and just have something to, an outlet for other artists that are up and coming, like me. And I know you see the white here. There's a story behind that too. There's no telling how far in the industry I could have got when I was younger, but I couldn't stay out of trouble. Point blank, period. I just couldn't stay out of trouble. So I kept hitting the
Mhm.
reset button on my career, on my music career. So that's why I'm a little older, still pushing, you know.
Yeah, it's never too late.
But yeah, the short answer is, I can create songs that I feel comfortable releasing,
Hmm.
two or three a week at that pace. So
Cool. And
yeah,
for the mixtape, if you're looking for artists, you can always hit me up.
I need to
For
check you out, man. You got SoundCloud and
hmm Yeah, I'm
okay,
everywhere. I have an album out that dropped in November. I
okay,
also have a mixtape out and an EP, and then like a few singles, and that's on
yeah,
streaming services. And then SoundCloud, I have like a bunch of like random songs that are kind of like rough drafts. Um, and yeah,
yeah. I
that's
like
probably how I
SoundCloud
would describe
because
it.
it's like a test zone. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like testing. Hey, do you guys like this? I put some of my accomplished songs on there too. Like I put my EP on there,
Hmm.
but I struggle with people buying it, buying digital copies. But the
Hmm.
funny thing is when I went on tour, people bought the physicals. They bought the physical CDs, and you're thinking, dude, it's 2019, 2020. Um, why are people still buying CDs? And it turns out they buy them for like keepsakes. So of course,
Yeah.
in every single one that I sold, I had to put my autograph in it and I always put like a little message, inspirational. I don't just sign it. Like I want to have a personal, connection with each person that was kind enough to, support my ministry and buy that EP, So
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's definitely like selling like digital music is very hard for several reasons. Like for one, people kind of expect digital music to be free.
yeah,
And the other one is like on a user experience perspective. People, if someone like buys your album digitally, it's hard to even listen to it. Like the way that the systems are set up, if I were to buy an album, like getting it onto my phone so I can actually listen to it, it takes like an extra like 10, 15 minutes.
that's true.
Like they might even buy the digital album and then just not never even listen to it because it's not convenient to listen to.
Yeah, that's true. But I would say,
Whereas with the physical, yeah, the physical like people still buy because like you're buying like the experience of like holding
yeah,
something. People like touching
yeah,
things.
they like touching it and they like meeting the artist that they just heard and yeah, it's the personal connection that people are paying for. And so,
Yeah.
oh yeah, merch. I didn't include that in the 12-month plan. So merch is definitely coming. So that would be, shirts, hoodies, beanies, rubber wristband, just standard merch, industry
Hmm.
stuff, t-shirts.
Is that
So
hat your merch?
no, actually, this is Art of Homage. They're outside of Dallas, Texas. I've been told this is Eshawn Burgundy's clothing label. I'm not, I gotta verify that, but all I know is I saw this stuff on Instagram, and I thought this is dope. I gotta get it, and so I started getting it. I'm a regular customer, big fan of AOH clothing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. So what's that Instagram account?
Um, hold on.
Yeah.
It's Art of Homage.
Art of homage, like
Yeah,
homage,
homage. Yeah, people say homage or homage.
homage. I
It
think yeah,
depends on
homage.
who you're speaking to.
Okay.
I heard somebody say homage, and I was like, nah, I think it's something else. And yeah,
Yeah,
hold on.
I think homage is how, like, you have to pay homage.
Yeah, I'm searching
Yeah.
for it.
So it's art of homage. Okay.
Yeah, Art of Homage.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's cool. And then you so like you just found that account and then they sell merch directly on their Instagram accounts and then you were able to purchase it?
Yeah, I found it on Instagram, and then I saw they were advertising on Facebook, and
Hmm.
but yeah, it's
Are you
me
going to
and
sell your merch like that?
yeah, eventually. But then I'll be like competition. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. But he's got Art of Homage has 186,000 followers. They're the real deal, on
That's
Instagram,
solid. Nice.
and they make beautiful work, man. Good stuff. So
Cool. Okay,
yeah,
so my next question for you. We talked a little bit. You said that you are kind of involved in a rapper community, and you also work with producer, and you're connected with a multimedia program.
yeah,
And
that's new. That actually happened yesterday.
that's sweet. My
And it
question
was,
for you is, thinking of like what your goals are for the next 12 months, like who have you not yet met that would be a great help for you? Like if somebody were to find this video and their expertise was in blank, um, like who would be like, do you think would be like the magic person that can help you reach your goals 10
oh
times
no,
faster?
no question. I need a graphic design um, master, and I need to help me get like really good marketable images to
Hmm.
identify my brand. And then I also need a videography team for music videos, which it looks like that's coming together. But and I'll tell you one more cool thing that has to do with that. And I also really need a promotion, a marketer, a promotions expert or firm. Like I
Hmm.
said, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I don't understand algorithms. I don't understand the free stuff that you can use. Like I just found out, you can automate your Facebook music page, and people ask certain questions, it'll give an answer, and it's like a fan collector. And so like I need
Hmm.
to learn how to use fan collecting tools,
Hmm.
um, things like that. But yeah, and the cool thing is this multimedia studio that just opened its doors to me. It's on the strength of that basketball outreach, just being faithful, man, just showing up. Like I don't know who shows up to our church, and it turned out, it was one of the guys running the outreach is connected with a multimedia. I mean, that's God, bro. So
Yeah,
all I
that's
was told to
awesome.
do was preach to some guys who like to hoop it up, and a lot of the parks around the country are closed. So,
Mm.
we have a little setup on the low for them to play, and they do come, and just preaching to them. And I guess it touched the heart of some of the guys running the event, and then they said, hey, we got an opportunity for you. So
Mm.
just being faithful, man, being obedient to God.
Totally. Yeah,
It's a trip
networking.
how it's worked out, man. It's a trip. It blows my mind.
Well,
Go ahead,
think
go ahead.
about this. Speaking of blowing your mind, well, so like that's one way that you can meet people. Another way is when you have like videos like this, you can send this to people and it can kind of serve the same purpose of helping you connect with people that can provide you with opportunities without
Right.
you actually having to do it in person every time. So it's kind of like you know, we do this interview once and then people can get to know you without you like doing it over and over again.
Yeah,
See what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Great.
So what happens? Well, I'll ask at the end.
Okay. No, go ahead. Yeah, you
Okay,
got a
okay. And
question?
then what happens? Nah, go
Oh,
ahead. Go ahead. It's all,
um, nice. Yeah. So my next question for you, something that every rapper needs to know is what is the one song that people should listen to first? Like somebody who's never heard of you, what song do you think they should listen to as like their first song to get an introduction to dokTrin?
that I've created. Oh man,
See,
you're asking me.
sometimes this is the music video. You know, the music video is like, this is my best song, so I'm gonna make the best music video, and then this is the one thing that everybody's gonna see to get an introduction to who I am as an artist. Do you like have a song like that?
Yeah, honestly, it's an old song. We're talking like more than 40 songs ago,
Yeah,
recording. So, and it's my mama's favorite song so far.
nice.
It was called Champion. Um,
Champion.
yeah, and the hook goes, even though this world may hold me down, I'm gonna get back up because I know the one who lifts me up. Even though I'm fighting for my life, I know I'm not alone. It's by his blood that I'm a champion. And the beat was made by this dude named Juice 2020 out in Jacksonville, Florida, because I
Hmm.
was down there for a summer. And so I took that beat and I wrote the song called Champion, and they used the training montage music from Rocky. So of course I'm not going to go very far commercially with that song, but that song probably it introduces people to pretty much the essence of who dokTrin is. And um,
So how can I find that song?
there's only one place you can find it, bro. It's on Reverb Nation. It's not on the Reverb Nation I sent you. Um,
What's
yeah, hold on.
It's on a
I'll
different
send it.
Reverb Nation. Is it MC dokTrin? Is that you?
Yeah, did you find it?
Yeah, Champion original version.
Oh my goodness, you already found it?
Yeah, I found it.
How'd you do
But
that?
I am an experienced searcher.
Oh, I guess I got enough of a digital footprint, huh?
Maybe.
I
Well,
don't
what I
even
did,
know, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
the
Like I just
the first
create.
thing I did, is I went to YouTube and I searched dokTrin Champion, and then I didn't find anything. So then I just searched Google dokTrin Champion, and then I saw Reverb Nation was a result, and then I went to that, and then it's like your fifth song is called Champion original version, and so I
Yeah,
can
and
share
then
this song, put it in the description of this video so people can find it.
well, I mean, no, not that one. Because it's old, bro. It's like it's not even. I don't know, but you see how I was in Madison, Wisconsin. So you
Uh-huh.
see the picture of me praying. Yeah, that's where you. That's the only place you can find it. I just sent that to you while you were telling me you found it already.
Okay. Wait, but that's not the song that you think people should listen to first of yours?
Uh, man. Well, I mean, if they listen to that, they're gonna be like, dude, this dude's like old school, and like they need to understand that that song is old, like old, old,
Mm-hmm.
old.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think I recorded that song. I I recorded it in like 2006. So that song is 15 years old, bro. Wow.
Wow.
You realize that? That song is 15 years old, dude. So,
Well, that's because timeless.
yeah,
Doesn't
right.
matter when it was created.
Yeah.
Great.
Um,
So the next
and you
question
can
I have
see
for you.
it,
Yeah.
yeah, and if you go into that profile, actually, you can see a lot of the famous people that I've met over the years. Like I've met Casting Crowns, I've met Tadashi. Yeah, it's a trip, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
But you have since made a new Reverb Nation. Why
yeah.
Reverb Nation? Let me ask you that.
Huh?
Like, why Reverb Nation and why Reverb Nation twice?
Well, at the time, Reverb Nation was popping. That was where a lot of undiscovered artists were going. And to be honest with you, it was free. So it was at the right price. Their
Mhm.
basic service is free. So you're going to get discoverability, you're going to get exposure. But if you want like mass exposure, mass discoverability, you have to pay for the service.
Mm.
So they have packages like $15, $20 a month. And they do, they just blast your stuff all over the internet. But the game has changed. There's a lot of free stuff now. I do subscribe to DistroKid. That's how I distribute my music until I get a distribution deal.
Nice. Me
Uh,
too.
but yeah, DistroKid, like it's all over the internet. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So, and it's funny you said Google search. Okay, so I got a frustrating thing going on.
Mhm.
I'm trying to wait until Google recognizes me as an entity, on you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you
You want
confirm,
your artist profile when you Google it.
yeah, where you confirm that it's you. Maybe I've
Mhm.
got one now. I'm not sure, but you have to
Um.
confirm it's you, and then you can send people to your Google search link, and then they can find like your discography, your bio, all that, all your social media.
Yeah. I searched dokTrin and you don't have one. If I search MC dokTrin, you still don't have one.
Yeah.
But it's like not that hard to get one actually. Like all you have to do essentially is create enough accounts on different platforms. So and you need to use the exact same name. So you need like an Instagram account that has the same name and a YouTube channel and a Spotify and so you can do some of that using DistroKid. But then you also need to like claim those profiles um, and
Oh,
then and then basically like once you have enough things on Google that are all the same person, like the same name from different places, then Google is like, okay, so this person is this, and then they create that for you automatically.
so that's what I'm missing because I haven't claimed my iHeart, I haven't claimed my Pandora, I haven't claimed my Shazam or
Well,
Sound.
those like I don't think you need to, but like Apple Music, Spotify,
I
and
did claim
YouTube.
I claimed those two. Well, and I have a YouTube channel. There just
Uh-huh.
was nothing interesting on it. Now
Right.
there's finally a good, a well done music video. So yeah,
Cool. Yeah. So it'll probably come eventually. You just got to
yeah.
keep using the same brand, the same name in enough different places so that they recognize it.
So that's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Nice. My next question for you. I want to learn, get into the process that you take for creating a song. So if we were to look at a specific song, maybe a song off your EP like Better featuring Victoria,
Yeah.
like what's the process that you took to actually create that song from start to finish?
Well, this is going to trip you out how simple this is. I went beat shopping on YouTube, plain, period. I
Nice.
uh I found a beat I liked. Shout out to Accent. That's who made it, Accent Beats.
Hmm.
And I just loved it. I wrote to it. I realized I had something, and I bought the beat. And then we went in to Bass Gang University studios here in Phoenix and laid it down, bro. And the whole thing I wrote, including the melodies that she sings. But I know it was the Holy Spirit. There's no question it was God's creative energy in me. But it came out, I think it came out pretty good. It is a popular song. People do ask me to do it when I, make an appearance. So, but yeah, the process was simple. I went beat shopping, found a beat, started writing to it, liked what it was becoming. It was developing into a really solid song and recorded it. But it doesn't always go that way. In fact, a lot of the songs on my album coming out are going to be produced from scratch.
Mm.
So, and that's not my forte. So there's gonna probably be some hits and misses as far as what people want to keep listening to. But we wanted to grow and advance, evolve as an artist. Challenge myself.
Yeah,
So I'm
totally.
sure a
Make
few of them are gonna pop, but some of them might be duds. So
Yeah,
well,
making a beat from scratch is more risky. Like when you're choosing a beat, you have 3 billion beats, and then you can find the best one. When you're making one from scratch, like you're just making it, and then like then that's the one that you made. But it does have its benefits, because when you make it from scratch, then you own a whole copyright of it, and you inherently have like exclusive rights to it, or like the producer does at least. But if you're making it with the producer, then technically it can be production for hire. And so if you are paying the producer to make the beat from scratch, then you automatically own the exclusive rights to it. So that's one pro of doing it that way.
Yeah.
But then you do miss out on like choosing the dopest beats that exist in the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
What you sipping on?
Believe it or not, eggnog, bro.
Wow.
One more week, you know. Hey,
Is
when
that
it's like Christmas time, New Year's, like the eggnog's my lick, bro. Yeah, real talk. Like I don't know why, but I used to hate it when I was a kid too, and I just developed a taste for it, and I've been guzzling it ever since. So
nice? I don't think I've ever had eggnog straight. Apparently it was a thing this year to do eggnog mixed with coffee.
uh-huh.
You ever hear of this before? Have you tried that?
Nah, it doesn't
Okay.
sound that great.
Yeah, I had a little bit of that, but I don't think I've ever had straight eggnog before.
Yeah.
You think I should give it a try?
Um, I mean, I like it. It's not for everybody, you know. It's an acquired taste, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really tell you, yeah, do it, because you might not like it. So
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, next question I have for you. What experience do you have with freestyle rapping? Do you know how to freestyle? And does it? And I mean, if not, then no. But if it does, then like how do you use it for your songwriting?
yeah, I mean, I've been freestyling since junior high. Picked it up, put it down. What I mean is, I would concentrate on practicing and staying sharp, because it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. It gets
Mm-hmm.
flabby, and you got to build it back up again. And actually, it's funny you say that, because I was freestyling in my car a couple of days ago, and I was getting the rust off. You know, there's this. Have you ever heard of that app, Battle App?
Yes.
It's like it's not a very friendly environment for Christian artists, but it is a place to freestyle. And actually, I kind of put that down because people were getting like catching feelings and getting personal, and I just kind of said,
Mm.
you know, I'm not just here, like I'm an artist. You know what I mean? So I was like, people were trying. Of course, they're trying to get at you. So, but freestyling,
So
yes, I do
Battle App,
freestyle.
how would you describe how would you describe how Battle App works in like 1 or 2 sentences?
Battle
What
app.
makes it special?
uh, can you rap or not? Um, do you know how to pick the right beat to fit your cadence and delivery? Is your delivery
Mm-hmm.
good? Are you boring to listen to? And can you get in somebody? Can you smash them? So and then
So how does it work?
so you pick a song. They have a preloaded like hundreds of beats, and you pick a beat and you get like 30 seconds to rock it. And then once you're done, if somebody sees it, they think they can do better than you, then they jump on that beat and they battle you.
So
It's kind
you
of
do
fun.
a freestyle, and there's kind of like a feed of beats,
Yeah, there's like a feed of like stream.
freestyles, and then
It's
you
streamed.
one.
Yeah, it's streamed.
Okay,
So
and then you
uh,
pick people to challenge them. Like when you see a freestyle, you're like, I want to battle this person, and then you use the same beat and then battle them. Is there video involved?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little interface for an app. You can see the person, you can hear the person. The way they have it formatted, though, people have to buy like those AirPods or the Apple, you know, the ones with the that have the thin cord, and
Yeah,
they'll hold their little mic right here, and so it looks kind of goofy because they'll be like do 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 while they're holding the mic to their mouth.
yeah, like
So
Doctor Evil.
yeah, it's just kind of, it looks like kind of hokey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you are interested, on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. your time, I do freestyle ciphers in my Discord channel. Have you ever freestyled on Discord before?
No.
Oh, it's really fun. You get in a room. You can even do video chat room, and then you have a bot that can play a beat, and then you basically can just freestyle, and then everybody hears your voice and the beat at the same time. And so we do like a cipher rotation within Discord, and then if you are set up to your computer, you can have a microphone and headphones, and then it basically sounds like everybody is like actually in the studio or like in real life, like ciphering. It's
Oh wow.
really fun.
You have to throw me a link, bro.
Yeah, I'll
Email
send you the
me.
link.
You got my
Cool.
email, right?
Yeah, I got it. Well, I also have you on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, throw me a link, man. I'm
Cool.
down.
Nice, nice. Nice. Let's see. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, how long have you been repping hip hop?
Oh, good question. I started in high school when I was a freshman, which was 11 years ago.
Okay.
And then I rapped pretty consistently throughout high school. I had like a different rap partner every year, basically. My personality type, like in everything I do, like I always like to have a partner. I don't really like doing stuff on myself. And so when I was rapping, I would always have a partner. We would like work on projects together, do like feature tracks and stuff like that.
Mhm.
In college, I didn't rap very much. I did like a little bit, some solo projects. And I made a lot of like loops, beat loops using Machine, just kind of like trying that out, like learning the basics of what beat making is like. And
Yeah.
then after college, which was in 2018, I started making my own music again after I was a software engineer at Facebook, and I worked
Okay.
on the music and rights team. And so the
Oh
team,
wow.
yeah, yeah, the
Continue.
team.
I got another question, right? That's a follow up, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I'm almost done. So the team, like what we worked on was ingesting all the music from major record labels and putting it in Instagram Music. And so as part of being on that team, I did like a lot of user research on independent artists, and it got me really like back in it. And then I was like, I want to do this again. So I dropped an EP in 2018, and then in 2019, I dropped a few singles. I think that's it. But then in 2020, I dropped like my hit single, like that one song, first song that I would send to anybody to listen to. It's called Big Hat. And that's a love song that I made for my girlfriend for Valentine's Day. And then in April, I dropped a mixtape called Better Than Before. And then in November, I dropped my album called Now and Later.
Okay.
And that's my whole
Now
history.
now and later, like the candy.
Yeah, like the candy, but it's not, it has nothing to do with the candy.
Oh, okay. Um,
It's,
what was it like working for Facebook for Zuckerberg, dude? For Zuckerberg.
um, it was good. Like it was a great place to work. I mean, it wasn't easy, but it was nice. Like there's a lot of perks, and then the expectations are really high, and you really need to have a lot of skills. Like you need to both be able to be a really good engineer and be really good at communicating. Um, and like you have to have like this uh, you know, people skills and technology skills.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, it's a
Some
pretty
don't.
like fast-paced environment. There's a lot of constant change, like just like constant chaos. Everything is always changing, priorities are changing, and so you have to try to do everything like really fast. Otherwise, like the thing you're working on like might not exist if you can't finish it fast enough. And
Interesting.
yeah, so it was like really, really high paced, fast paced environment. And I met a lot of cool people. One second, my computer might die.
Okay. I'm sure you did meet a lot of cool people.
One of my favorite parts was they have the like internal systems that where people post about like the research projects that they do, like the different products do user research where they like ask people different stuff about how they use Facebook and stuff like that, and then that gets shared on online. And then I loved like reading that stuff. Like that's where I felt like like the most alive, and like that was like my most favorite part was like learning about all the user research because they have some of the best researchers in the world there.
It's fascinating. Yeah, you get to find out what people's likes and dislikes are and their political leanings and their interests, as far as, merchandise and goods and services go. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, and additionally, like there's a lot of small businesses that use Facebook, so it's kind of finding out like how they use Facebook, like how do people successfully use Facebook, and like trying to like build the products that can help people build communities.
Yeah.
Whoa, my video was lagging.
Yeah, it is. I can still see you and I can hear you, but it's like choppy. Hey, don't worry about that.
What the?
Anyway, here's the follow-up question. What project that you played a part in and helped engineer are you most proud of at Facebook?
Hmm. Um, that's a good question. Like on a personal, sorry, I see my video and I don't know why it looks like this, and it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
see
freaking me
it
out.
too. Yeah. Hang on.
Hello, test,
Yeah,
test.
it's improved.
Okay, I think it's better. Like on a personal level, or like just that like I was involved with. You know what I'm saying?
You're on a professional level,
Like
like your highest achievement that you're the most proud of at Facebook.
so the biggest project that I worked on was rebuilding the event creator tools for the
Oh,
Facebook Lite app. Facebook Lite, you probably haven't heard of it. It's like normal Facebook, but instead of being an app, it's basically like a shell of an app, and then the server just sends screens.
hmm.
And so the app is really, really small. And then this is the Facebook Lite is what people use in places that have like lower quality phones and like worse internet.
Oh,
And so all the features, the app is like a totally different app. And so everything has to be built separately for it. And so I built the event creation tools, like or like I rebuilt them. Like I migrated to the modern way of doing it. Event creation and deletion and editing and like managing guests and that kind of stuff.
you guys made that dummy proof.
Yeah,
You
that's
made
the
it
goal.
idiot proof. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
useful. I've used it. Yeah,
yeah,
well done.
it's really cool. Thanks. The infrastructure that's set up for testing stuff is amazing. Like you can do like small changes and test them, and then see like if you did this, then like people created 10% more events. But if you do on this version, people created 20% fewer events. And so obviously you would go with the 10% more, and then you
Yeah,
can test like different stuff to make things as as easy as possible.
sure. Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. Well, I learned something about you. Where are you based out of?
I am in Oakland, California.
Oh, I got a few friends from
Have you ever
Oaktown.
been?
I've never been to Oakland, but I got some people from Oakland out here, friends with. Yeah,
Nice.
so
It's a
that's
nice
cool.
place.
Okay.
Cool. All right. I got more questions for you. We've
Oh,
just a couple more questions and we can close it out.
go.
So one of the things that I love to do more than anything else is listen to full albums. And
Uh-huh.
so what I try to do is listen to every great album in existence from any genre and any decade. And so my question for you is like what are two really fantastic albums that you would go back to and listen to multiple times because the experience of listening to it all the way through is so great.
Oh my goodness, bro. Uh, man, what comes right off the top of the dome? I gotta say, Nas's Stillmatic.
Mm-hmm.
Nas's
Stillmatic or
Stillmatic.
Illmatic?
No, Stillmatic. Illmatic is a classic, but I don't know. Stillmatic just hit me even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then, believe it or not, Kirk Franklin's God's Property.
Okay.
Kirk Franklin featuring God's Property.
God's Property.
Yeah, I'll find it. I
No,
forgot
I
what it
got
was.
it. I got it.
Did you find it?
God's Property from Kirk Franklin's New Nation.
Yeah, New Nation.
Cool.
That's
Stillmatic,
it.
I've heard. That second one, I love it. That's something that I would never listen to without asking you. So I'm going to check that out. Appreciate
I
that.
think you'll be inspired, bro. I think it'll wake something up in you. That album got me through some tough times, bro. I was homeless when I was rocking that.
Wow.
It got me, and we're talking like back when people had tapes. So, I was listening to that Walkman when I was 18, 19 years old. I was listening to that little New Nation project, and it got me through some hard times, man. Shout out to Kirk Franklin. He's if he ever sees this or somebody who knows him sees this, I'm gonna tell you, man, Kirk, you got me through some really hard times, bro. And you're part of my testimony. Appreciate you.
That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. I'm excited. I'm excited to listen to that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
Personally, I'm not going through that hard of a time right now, but I can pretend like I am.
No, whether you are or not, bro, this music's so powerful. Like it's anointed, it's uplifting. And if you've never experienced contemporary Black gospel music, I don't know if you've ever kind of tipped your toe in that. Oh,
No,
dude,
not
this is
really.
the way to
Except
go.
for Kanye West.
Yeah. Well, he dips. Yeah, he does put a little gospel in his work. That's true. Of course you listen to his Christian album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's called
Jesus is King.
Jesus is King, right?
Yeah.
I did listen to it.
Yeah, that was good.
Not memorable. Like I don't remember any of it really.
Really?
The thing that stands out to me the most is, and I don't think it was even on the album, but on like a YouTube video I watched called Yandi, and then he has a song where it starts with like the beeping of a car, like the car door is open.
Yeah.
Is that on Jesus is King?
Yeah, that's actually his dad getting out of a car. The music video is a
Oh.
trip, bro. It's that one that ends with him screaming, ah, like it does that at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
there's a
the one
YouTube video
everybody
for
was
it?
bumping though was closed on Sunday. From the Jesus King album, closed on Sunday. There's a
You know the
couple.
name of the one that I was just talking about?
It's like dun, 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 dun. Hold on.
Is it called Use This Gospel?
Yeah, Use This Gospel is a really good one too. If you use this gospel, I don't know all the words, but yeah, Jesus is
Nice.
King.
Well, but you said there's okay. I'm gonna find that music video you're talking about for that song.
Yeah, what I was talking about was I think it's Follow God.
Oh, yep. Follow God. I think I might have watched that, but I'll give it another chance.
Yeah. But the one that everybody's bumping the most, like that one, closed on Sunday. I really enjoy Water too, and Use This Gospel. I enjoy those. The whole album's slamming, of course, but I mean the ones that I like really hit hard on was like about 4 of them. So yeah.
Nice.
And just so you know,
Cool.
like
I'll
from
check
a
those out.
from the Christian hip hop point of view, like some brothers are like excited that Kanye announced that he had committed his life to Jesus. and others were kind of like, well, let's kind of watch this brother, So it's kind of, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's our community's kind of different. It's different. So
Cool. dokTrin. The last thing I'll say is I'll just give you the rest of this time here, a couple minutes, if you want to, for whatever you want to say. People have been watching this for almost an hour at this point, and so how do you want to leave them off?
your boy's a late bloomer, but don't pass up a chance to stand around and sniff my flowers. They they grew out of the concrete like many other artists. I have a testimony that could be a movie one day. Who knows? Been through a lot of things: abuse, neglect, the streets, uh, drugs selling, just the standard stuff that people want to hear about. But what I want to tell you about is like how God's hand stayed on me, even through my foolishness, even through very dangerous situations. Um, and I do it through my music, and I do it through slam poetry, and I just want to share it with you. Um, we don't get a lot of time on this earth, and so when you find out what you're supposed to do with your life, you want to do it. You want to do it to the fullest. And I hope that the passion that I have for what I do touches you and speaks to your hearts. And if you, this is really on my mind, bro. The last 4 years, think about the last 4 years and think about the church. And I got to tell y'all,
Well,
huh?
it got very laggy. Okay, I
Oh,
think it's
okay.
good now. The last 4 years.
So the last 4 years, you think about the last 4 years in the mainstream American church, and I want to tell y'all, if you've been church hurt, if you're confused, if you're discouraged, I want you to know that there's real ones out here. There are real Christians. There are soldiers. There's people who know, when something's wrong, it's wrong, and when something's not true, it's a lie. And we don't pull punches, and we love folks, and we love you. We love God. We love people. Period. We don't judge you. We don't, push you away because you're not, you're the other and you're not us. You know, um, we embrace you even more. We try to be like Jesus, man, that unconditional, all encompassing, all inclusive love. Um, and so it comes through in my music. It comes through in interviews like this. I'm going to be having another one with another podcast, I think, next week. Um, and what we're going to be talking about eventually, if I do end up getting involved in this podcast, is where is authentic Christianity? It's and discussing it as far as in the United States,
Hmm.
So, but I hope that what I do renews your hope, gives you spiritual strength, gives you a reason to come back to Jesus and just sit at his feet and learn his ways and await his return and be saved on the final day. you know um there's just so much going on in this world, and the world is getting darker and darker and more dangerous, and we need the hand of God over us more than ever. um you know so I just want to say that's
Cool.
the whole purpose behind what I do. So
It's beautiful. Well, dokTrin, it was a pleasure talking with you today. And one last thing, two questions is like, where's the best place for people to follow on your journey? And what's the best way for people to get in contact with you?
say that one more time. It actually lagged.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Like what's the best place for people to follow along on your journey? And what's the best way for people to get in contact with you?
uh the best way to follow along on my journey, well, I could say my Facebook music page. It's facebook.com/, dokTrin music. So DOKTRIN music. I'm always looking for likes. Other artists, if you like my page and you let me know, I will like yours too. I'm very big about supporting other artists. Philippians 2 says to consider others more important than yourself, to not always look out for your own selfish interests. And there's a lot of that going on both in, of course, the mainstream rap world and in the Christian rap world, which is kind of sad, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I practice what I preach. I live what I know. Not a perfect man by any stretch of the imagination, but yeah, the Facebook music page, um, Instagram, I am dokTrin. You can shoot me a DM. You're a promoter, you're a graphic designer, you're, anything you think you can help advance my ministry and into more capabilities and more relevance and more exposure. That'd be appreciated, and you'll be surprised what I'm going to do with it. I got a list of special causes that are really near and dear to my heart. I'm just waiting, to be able to support and fund, and you can't do that without making any money, man. So, um, but yeah,
Cool.
I can't give people my personal Facebook because I've maxed out at 5,000. So,
Oh
but yeah,
wow.
the Facebook music
Good thing
page.
I got in there.
Yeah, David, you're special, bro. David means beloved by God. So
That's true.
you're
And
special.
you joined the famous rapper community Facebook group. I think I saw you comment
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I want to know
Oh,
how you want me to engage that. So
yeah. I forgot the question I always ask, which is, what based on what you know, what is the secret to becoming a famous rapper?
I answered it in your post, bro.
Well, so you have an answer prepared. What is it?
uh, Being in the right place at the right time, performing the right song in front of the right people, for the right reasons. Um, I can. Oh yeah, you asked about freestyling. So one time I ended up freestyling at the Marquee Theater, which is a well-known venue in Tempe, Arizona, and I was pushed up there on stage by a homegirl of mine, and I rocked the house with KRS-One on the stage, and
Sweet.
bro, like Chris, are you kidding me? KRS-One, like yo, you know what I'm saying? Um, so I got bona fides for freestyling, but I wanted to say, and actually that didn't go the way I wanted it to. I got too excited and I got in the flesh. I'm gonna tell on myself because if you go find that video, and you will see it if you can find it, uh, yeah. But anyway, so I kind of made a mistake that night in front of at least over 2,000 people. Um, but yeah,
Wait,
uh,
what was the mistake?
cussing.
Oh, okay. Wait, you
Christian,
didn't say that. You didn't
yeah,
say the N word, right?
right. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
would have
Okay.
gotten
Good. Good.
killed. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good.
So, but yeah, to answer your question, um, man, like I said, when you humble yourself and you put other artists and other production companies, record labels, interests ahead of your own, you'd be surprised how many people you'll get to sit in front of. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to
Hmm.
sit in front of the urban radio program director for the West Coast, Shock G. We picked up Corrupt from the airport one time. I was the concierge for MC Breed, his gopher fetch it guy, when I was on the lower rung of an entertainment group here in Phoenix. You'd be
Hmm.
surprised, bro. You just keep humble. You hey, what can I do to help you? Yeah, I want to be down. Yeah, I want to be in the scene. Yeah, I want to be in the mix. But what can I do to help you? That's how you become successful. That's how I feel. You just get around the right people and you
Cool.
have the right
Yes.
attitude and you have an attitude of gratitude and of servanthood and watch amazing things happen.
Perfect. Let's do it. Thank you so much, dokTrin. I'll let you get to bed, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, a great 2021, and I'm excited to see where you take this whole music thing.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, this means I love
Thank you
you.
so much.
So All right, man. Yeah, it
All
means
right.
I love you.
Thanks. Bye.
All right.